This is the $10,000 kit that all of our real estate photographers use here at Structure Media, and we shoot over 1,000 listings a year. We're gonna cut this up into chapters so you can scrub through and check out what you want. We're also gonna have affiliate links down below so you can get any of the gear we talk about today. As a general rule of thumb, here at Structure Media, we want to be able to offer everything we can on site, just in case if an agent wants more than what they signed up for. Gear number one, we've got the nifty tripod. This thing is sweet. It allows us to get really level photos, especially with this geared tripod head. This thing makes micro adjustments. It's pretty sweet. We also use this for Matterport. It allows you to make these micro adjustments in 3 different axes. So it's super helpful for getting your vertical straight and for straight ons getting your horizontal straight. Gear number 2, we've got the camera bag. What's in here? We have the A7S III made by Sony. It's a beautiful camera, lots of cool features. For video, it allows you to shoot 4K 60, and we shoot in S-Log always, as it gives you the best color, and you can adjust the colors a lot more easily than just a basic color profile. Another cool thing about the A7S III is you can store your settings in here. So for all of our photographers, when we give them their kit, we have number 1 set up for photos. So anytime you get out of it, you go back in and it's all set up for you to take your bracketed shots. And number 2 is for video. And then number 3 is kind of variable based on the photographer. Sometimes they'll make it 4K because we shoot 1080 for most video tours. For all of our photos, we use a 16-35. This is the Sony G Master. Very good lens. Goes down to 2.8 for aperture, which you don't really need because we tend to stick to 7.1. But yeah, it gets really wide. This camera is full frame, so it allows you to get as much width as you possibly can. And sometimes for details, we'll zoom into 35, but we're mostly sticking to 16. This lens is also great for exteriors because you really don't need to get much tighter than 35, but you also don't want to be wider than 20 normally. For our video tours, we use a 12mm prime lens for all of our wide shots. This is a non-distortion lens, is all manual focus, which you really don't need to be in autofocus for video tours that much anyway. So this is super helpful. And then for details, we have the 24-70 2.8. This is a fantastic lens, pretty versatile. We'll use it for headshots as well. This lens allows us to get super tight and get really nice detail shots for video tours. A few extra things we keep in our bag. Always have batteries. We also carry our variable ND filter for exterior video. We have our Rode mic setup. Most of us have a 2 mic setup as well as our receiver, and these are just pretty nice lavs. Next up, we have the drone. This is made by DJI. This is the Mavic 3 Pro. Most of our photographers have Air 3s. That is also an incredible drone. This one's a little bit overkill for basic real estate, photo and video. It does have 3 lenses. The basic lens is 24mm, and then it goes based off of time. So it's 3 times zoom and 7 times zoom. Really cool, it has really good colors with the D-Log. Gotta have the controller. This is the DJI Smart Controller. It has a screen built in, which is really sweet. Another quick tip is having NDs for your drone. I typically have ND8 on, and that usually does the trick. All right, next up we have the gimbal. This is the DJI RS2. This thing is pretty sweet. It holds the 24-70 really well. We have the horizontal mount as well as the vertical mount for vertical tours. But yeah, this thing does a fantastic job for all of our videos. Everyone on our team has these. Definitely necessary if you are going to get into video. Here is the Matterport. This is what we use for 3D tours. It has really good picture quality. I know some people are wishy-washy on these, as they do make you a little dizzy sometimes, but they're pretty sweet. And they're super helpful for people who are out of state and want to walk through the house without seeing it. Rivaling the Matterport 3D Tour is the Zillow 3D Tour. If you don't know, this is a new service of ours, but Zillow is doing this thing called the Zillow 3D Showcase. It gives you more exposure as an agent, and I think you might have to pay for it, like a subscription, I don't really know. But anyways, we use the Insta360 X3 on this, and then this is the monopod. It's just a little guy, and it screws right in. We also use this camera for behind the scenes stuff every once in a while. It's pretty helpful. You can like hook it up to your chest, hook it up to your head. There's a lot of different mounts you can get, but definitely a pretty versatile tool, despite being for something we don't do as much. It's also super important to have your phone on you. This connects to the Matterport app as well as the Zillow app, and we also create our floor plans with this using Cubicasa. So yeah, definitely a versatile tool. You can also get BTS with this as you're shooting, so helpful tool. And how else are you gonna listen to podcasts while you're shooting? Each shooter has their own personal thing. I always have my Fellow mug with my coffee in it, as well as a big jug of water and some lunch. So this is all the gear that we bring with us for every shoot. If you want more information on any of this gear, it is linked below, and you can shoot us a message if you have any more questions. See you next time.